Hi guys, my name is Chidera. I am a women's wear designer based in Lagos, Nigeria. On this YouTube channel, I post tutorials, sewing tutorials, fashion and lifestyle content, and just basically everything fashion. So if that's your vibe, please stay tuned to the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft your basic pants pattern, your straight pants pattern, which you can convert into different variations of other pants, your palazzo, your pencil pants, and all that. So if you would like to learn that, stay with me and let's get right into the video. So the measurements you need are your waist measurement, your hip measurement, thigh measurement, waist to knee measurement, trouser length, full length, waist to ankle, and your crotch measurement. Now your crotch measurement can be derived, but if you want to measure it, have your client sit on a flat surface, then measure from the waist to the seat, to where the butt gets to the seat, like the seat. Then get your exact crotch measurement. Now let's get right into the video. The first thing we're going to do is to, at the top of your paper, draw an initial line. It is from that line, just a straight line like this. It is from that line that all your measurements begin. There is no measurements, there's no, just a straight line. So this straight line will be called our initial line. Next thing you are going to do is on this side of on the left hand side of the paper, you also draw another initial line. This one too does not have any special measurements, just a straight line. From the top to the bottom. So you start our measurements. Our measurement starts from here and here. So next we go and apply our horizontal measurements on our pattern. Our horizontal measurements are your waist to hip, your waist to knee, and your full length measurement. So my waist to hip measurement is 8 inches. My waist to knee, my crotch measurement is 12 inches. My waist to knee measurement is 19 inches, while my full length is 40. But we're just going to use the full length of the paper. You come here and apply the same measurements. Then you join, connect your points. So let's label them. This is my waist, this is my hip, this is my crotch, this is my knee, and my full length. So we go to the applying our vertical measurements. First thing you are going to do is to apply your hip measurement all the way around on your waist, crotch, and your hip line. So our hip measurement is 42.5 divided by 4. We're going to have 10.75. and then you square it up. So you extend the line of your crotch. Then on your crotch line, you put 2 inches. Then we come up to the waistline, come in by 0.5 or 0.75. If you do not want to add a dart to the front, you come in by 0.75. But if you're adding a dart, come in by 0.5. Then you measure your waist divided by 4. That's 35 divided by 4. That's 8.75. If you're adding a dart, you do 8.75 plus 1 inch. That's 9.75. But I'm not adding a dart, so I'm just putting my 8.75 there. Then you connect it to your hip line, because this line is our hip line measurement. So what you have to do is connect with a curve. Do you get it? So the next thing we're going to do is to come to this our crotch line and divide it by 2. Sorry, excuse me. So we have 13 here. So divided by 2 is going to be 6.5. Mark it. Then come here, measure 6.5. Just measure what you have all the way to the bottom. This will help you to ensure that both sides of the leg of your pants are equal. Now, so our round knee measurement, we're going to use 20. Then divided by 2 is 10, because this is the front, so the back will take half. So we're going to place 10 here, but on both sides, 5 inches here, 5 inches here. Do you understand? So we're putting 10 inches in front, but 5 inches on both sides of the line so that it is equal. Then on our ankle line, we're also going to put the same measurement because we're making straight pants. Then we connect the lines. Then come here. You connect the straight line, then come here and use your curve to then come here and also connect with a curve. On our front pattern, come down by 0.75 inches here on this line, so that it's not too high when we attach whatever we're attaching there. Then connect from the waist. And we're done. This is what our front pattern looks like. Let me label it as front. We're also going to use this front pattern to cut our back pattern. Let's cut it out. Cut in between your marker so that your measurement is not smaller than what you measured. This is what our front pattern looks like without allowance. This pattern is without allowance. When we're cutting the back, I'll teach you how to put allowance in it. Make sure your edges are not sharp. So for the back pattern, I'm going to be adding, shall we take this place? I'm going to be adding another piece of paper to it. So for the back pattern again, we're going to, our initial line is going to be 1.5 inch from the main line. So I'm just measuring 1.5. Then connect those lines. Then we place our front pattern on it. What? So as we've placed our front pattern onto the back pattern paper, we extend our lines, we extend our hip line, we extend the crotch line, we extend our knee line, and also our hemline. We also extend our waistline. So now you have to pay very full attention, because this is where it gets technical. On both sides of all our lines, we measure half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch. Just mark it and wait for further instruction. So from here to here, half inch. From here to here, half inch. From here to here, half inch. Here to here, half inch. Crotch line to half inch. Also on the hemline. Once that is done, This half inch that we measured, they are going to be our allowance for the main trouser pattern. For the front and back, this is the half inch that will form our allowance. So what you do now is your waist measurement, you divide it, your full waist measurement, ours is 35. You divide it by 2, that's 17.5. Then you apply that 17.5 here. Before we do that, on this line, this initial line, you come up by 1.5 inch for the butt allowance. Mark it. So on our waistline, continue, we have to measure 17.5. From here to this other half inch, the 7.5 inches, you turn your tape rule from with that same 7.5 inches, turn your tape rule and measure 17.5 on that 1.5 inch extension. 17.5 plus 1 inch that allowance, that's 18.5. Then you mark it and you connect it. Do you get what I did? I hope you do. On the hip line, you do the same thing. Our hip measurement is 42.5 divided by 2, that's 21.25. You come from this front, 9.5, turn it, 21. I'm going to use 21.5, then mark. Our thigh measurement is 25. So we measure from here to here, just the same thing. It's 30. Now, because these measurements were divided by 2, the waist and the hip measurements were divided by 2 because they go around the body. Your thigh measurement will not be divided, because it is just for one leg. Do you understand? So we're going to place our 30 straight on this place. Our round knee is 20. So 9, same thing here on the hemline. Then we connect our lines. So to get our dart, you divide this measurement by 2. 11.5 divided by 2, 5.75. 5.75. This is our dart leg. Use our tracing wheel to trace this line from the front to the back, because we don't need it in front, at the back that we need it. And my back dart is usually 5 inches. So place that intake, we took out 1 inch, so half inch on both sides, then we connect. Let's use a pen so that it's not too thick on the front. So there we have it. We're done with our front. This is our front. This is our back pattern. Let us cut it out so we can see them individually. Now this pattern has side seam allowance, but it doesn't have top and bottom seam. So when you're cutting it on your fabric, ensure you add the hem allowance and the waist allowance.
After that is done, our pant is fully made, and as you can see, this is what your pattern is supposed to look like after.
And with that, we've come to the end of this video. If it was helpful to you, if you enjoyed it, please do well to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share the video so that other people can be helped through it. And if there's anything else you want me to teach or draft in my next video, please leave a comment in the comment section so that I know how to help you and how to assist you. Till then, bye guys. I love you.